Welcome to Eurofins Viracor Clinical Diagnostics Podcast, where I'll be sharing up-to-date scientific advances, key diagnostic testing, and our most recent innovations. Enjoy this podcast recorded live at the Tandem Meetings 2026 in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Good afternoon and welcome. This is Kevin Foth talking to you from Transplant Radio. We're at 2026 Tandem in Salt Lake City, Utah. Today is the first day of the conference and it goes through Saturday. We are joined this afternoon by Peggy Burkhard. She is with the National Bone Marrow Transplant Link, or as she tells me, some people just refer to it as the Link.
Yes.
Air quotes there, I'm sure. This was founded in 1992. And you've been the executive director since about 2015, so 11 years?
Yes.
Do my count my fingers?
It is 11 years.
Do my math right and such. Found it really interesting is that the Bone Marrow Transplant Link, that you strive to help patients, caregivers, and families cope with the social and emotional challenges of bone marrow and stem cell transplants from diagnosis through survivorship by providing free programs and personalized support sources. And I'll tell you, we've done Transplant Radio at a bunch of different conferences and such. We were at the World Transplant Congress not too long ago, and it was interesting to kind of see how things have shifted with realizing, yes, the recipient is the number one concern, but the support people are as important as the recipient because, yes, they didn't have the transplant, but, the physical, the emotional, the whole coordinating everything and like that takes a huge toll on those folks as well. And one of the things that I saw by reading your brochure I was really intrigued at is that you guys offer a wide variety of support programs. I don't want to say mental health programs, but just kind of like me, to de-stress, to normalize, and like that. Do you want to kind of run through some of those?
Sure.
As what you offer and such?
Absolutely. So, I love how you touched on the caregivers and the loved ones. We really strive to help them as well. They're kind of the forgotten souls, and it's not possible to have a transplant without a caregiver. So they're a very, very important piece of the puzzle. But we have learned through the years that we can have big programs. We can have webinars. We can also have a monthly lunch and learn where we bring a doctor or a healthcare pro along with a survivor, and it's an audio program. We do 12 of those a year. But in the last few years, we started doing healing arts programs where we've had small groups. We've done watercolor art. We've done crafts. We've done a book club. We've done a series called Getting Happier with 20 people 3 weeks in a row. And we're finding that people are just eating this up. They love the healing arts. So, we can get 200 people on a webinar, or we can get 10 people making a winter craft. And at the end of that day, we feel so good that whoever we helped.
Yeah, I mean, it's wonderful because, sometimes doing a task like that where it takes your mind away from everything that's been going on, it invokes the creative side of the mind. You're like, okay, let's do this. Oh, maybe this color would do, good here or whatever. And, it's kind of funny because, as a product development specialist with my company, it's a high stress job and like that. And my wife thought it was a joke. For Christmas, she gave me an adult coloring book and like 300 ink crayons.
I love it.
To color with and such. It's like sometimes I'll just come home and open it up and do a page, part of a page or whatever. It's like, okay.
You remember to breathe. You
relax, and it's like, okay, that part of my day's done. Now let's focus on the family. Let's focus on me and get out there and realize that the life goes on.
I really like that.
You need to embrace it and go forward.
Yes, we do a coffee clutch where we'll get 10 people who've had GVHD, and I had one woman last year say, I've never, ever met another person with graft versus host disease before until this coffee clutch.
Really?
And I feel so less alone and isolated. and they can go on to form little support groups. With permission, we let them all. They all just continue their friendship, and they get to talk to somebody that really understands what they're going through.
Yeah,
So.
that's amazing. And again, I guess, tooting my own horn, I don't know. But one thing Transplant Radio has allowed us to do also is we have partnered with the NTM Info Group. So for people with non-tuberculous mycobacteria, lung diseases and such, and working with them, they have a patient-only conference.
Nice.
Every year so patients, family, and like that, they come in, they're allowed to talk to the experts give their little speeches, but then they have that interaction in the hallways, wherever, to talk about, oh, this is what I was experiencing, and like that, and to share their story with others is pretty cathartic, I think.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like, as you said, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
I'm not alone.
We had one gentleman on a coffee clock say, I wish I could invite all my friends here so they could hear all of you and know that I'm not making this up. This is real. And, just those little aha moments with them. In a book club, we try to pick a book by a survivor, and sometimes the author will come on the program, which is amazing. They love meeting the author. So we get to be, the best part of my job is how creative it is. I get to think of all these different programs and then get the funding, of course, and then implement them.
No, that's wonderful. And from what I've seen, I just met you a couple hours ago. I have been reading up, since then on you, the organization, and such. And it's like, this is great, and I'm really glad that we had the opportunity to invite you to come in to speak a little bit. But some of the people that we interview, it's like, oh, are they going to do okay? Or are they not going to do okay? And then I read the third bullet point on your flyer there that you are also a host of the Marrow Masters podcast. So this is old school for you.
Oh, this is so fun. We've done over 160 episodes, over 19 seasons, and we have more than 40,000 downloads.
And where can people find these?
It's Marrow Masters. It's on our website, nbmtLINK.org, under the podcast button, Marrow Masters button. And all the seasons are there, and also all the places that you can find your podcast. Again, just under Marrow Masters.
Yeah, and it's the same with us, with our podcast. We host them on our website, eurofensviricor.com.
Okay, I'm going to check them out.
Under podcasts. We're also on Spotify and through our various social media applications, LinkedIn, X, Blue Sky, Twitter, pretty much you name it, we're out there as well. Just to get, we like sharing the information about the other people in the organization who are trying to make that link like you are with, the recipients, the survivors, the families, to what's going on in the world, to get that message out there. Like you said, that one gentleman's like, oh, I wish I could invite all my friends so they could hear that I'm not making this stuff up. It's not just me, it's happening to other people too. And, raise awareness, but also not only on the diseases and such like that, but of the organizations that help promote this information out to the general public for consumption.
Yes.
So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. I do this for kind of grins and giggles, but really, I come away as a better person every time I do it. So thank you for that and such. But I've kind of stepped on what, the National Bone Marrow Transplant Link, give us a more broader idea of missions, how you're reaching out besides your little one-on-one groups and such. Who else you guys might be partnering with?
Yes.
Or like that, give some love to some of those folks.
I would love to.
And get that information out there. So I'll step back and let you go.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Kevin. So we're also a part of the GVHD Alliance, which is about 9 organizations that we all together promote the importance of raising awareness about graft versus host disease. And actually, February 17th coming up is our National Day of Awareness. This is the 4th year we're doing it. So, for example, at the conference, we have little utterly smooth lotions we're giving away all day. We can't keep them in stock. Everybody at the show and loves them. And we're also sending them out to 22 centers are receiving gift boxes
Wonderful.
with lotions for all of their people in their GVHD clinic, because it's just a wonderful little lotion that makes them feel better.
Right. Well, and the skin is one of the organs of the body that's impacted
Absolutely.
with GVHD.
Yep.
People probably don't realize that.
Yeah, it's a big one, for sure. So we partner with them. We work closely with Blood Cancer United, which was formerly LLS. We work closely with our Link Partner centers. So Link Partners are hospital centers that have committed to being a partner with us. With that, they get many of our resource books. That's another thing. We have books that we write and update. We just updated 3 books this past year. We now have our GVHD book in Spanish, which was a huge undertaking. And we just updated our survivorship late effects. So our books are available. Some are available as a download. For example, our finance book is downloadable.
That's an important fact because, the whole financial aspect of it too. And I know people that are undergone transplantation or any type of specialized therapy. It's like, okay, I need to do this. How can I pay for it?
Yeah. Oh, it's so true, Kevin. And our finance book is actually written by a UCLA counselor who does this 8 hours a day, helps patients figure out their bills, figure out how to read through mountains of paperwork. So we're really proud. That's a pretty new book for us, and we did it in Spanish last year.
Very
So,
good. Very
yeah.
good. So what else are you guys up to? What else are you doing to get awareness out there about your organization and how you can educate people?
Well, we have a very strong social media presence. Our licensed staff social worker, Jen Gillette, she knocks it out of the park. So our Facebook page is well visited. She'll throw out a question like, what is the best tip that you could give anyone about to undergo a transplant? And she will literally get thousands of answers. So we're going to take a lot of those answers and turn it into a downloadable, printable project where we're going to take the best of the best answers and we're going to make them that people can go to our website and just download those answers.
Oh, that's
So
wonderful.
it's real hands-on from people that have walked the walk.
Oh, that's
So, yeah.
it just gives me goosebumps thinking about, having that kind of voice, that kind of impact out there for the people that are searching.
Thank
searching
you.
for the information, which is wonderful. What else would you like us to know about the nbmtLINK?
I think we've covered a lot. We do a power panel now every January. We do webinars. Again, our Lunch and Learns are a great quick way to cover a topic like nutrition or fatigue. And those are always the third Wednesday of the month. And everything's recorded on our website, which again is nbmtlink.org. And they're really like little podcast sessions once we have the MP3 up. This one in February is going to be about what to expect 1 year, 3 year, and 5 years out from transplant.
Good.
We got an amazing doctor from Mass General that's going to lead that, Dr. El Jaware, along with a survivor who's just an incredible woman. So we get a really good response for our Lunch and Learns. And people, what I love too is people can listen to them, what works for them. If it's 2 a.m, we bring the information to them when they need it. It doesn't have to be at 12 o'clock on the third Wednesday.
Very good.
So,
Very
yeah.
good. Well, I appreciate your time today, but I do have one last question. And
Okay.
I foreshadowed it earlier when we were talking off the air. But, you've been doing this since 2015.
Uh-huh.
What were you doing in the early 1990s?
Kevin. So I had a really fun job. I was the public relations manager for the Michigan Renaissance Festival for 4 seasons.
Did that involve dressing up?
Yes.
Yes.
I was dressed up as a princess, and it was interesting. It was 7 weekends I'd have to work, middle August till basically the end of September.
Right.
Job of a lifetime. Through the years when I've interviewed for different jobs, I worked for Cosmopolitan magazine in Manhattan right out of college. Okay, you would think that's what people want to talk about. They want to talk about the Michigan Renaissance Festival.
Well, that's because where else can you walk in and see people that are so committed to their craft?
Yes.
That their costumes are phenomenal.
Uh-huh.
They're in character the entire time, almost like the guards at Buckingham Palace. You know, you
Yeah.
can't get them to break character. But the other thing is, you got people making swords, making knives, and those turkey legs.
Oh, they're the best.
The grilled turkey legs. Nothing like having one of those and just wandering around chomping down.
So good. They really are the best. No, that was such a fun time in our life. My husband would meet me on the weekends at the Watney's pub, and then we had a baby, and then I didn't fit into my costume for a while that spring. And then he would bring my daughter to me so I could give her a bottle. And right after that last season, I said, okay, it's time to find a normal job. That was really, really fun. But and we worked all winter. We got sponsors and created the weekend themes.
Yeah.
So again, it's funny. It was very creative. And even today in my job at the Link, I love that I get to create the programs, and execute them.
Well, excellent. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for everything the NBMT does, and getting the information out there. Go ahead and tell everybody the website address again.
I sure will. Thank you, Kevin. It's nbmtlink.org.
All right. And with that, we're going to wrap up this session with Peggy Burkhard. And thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Same. Thank you.
All right.
Oh, that was fun.
Thank you. We try to make it fun.
You guys, you did a great job.
Make sure to subscribe to this podcast and follow us on social media to stay up to date on all the latest information. If you want to help spread the word, please give us a 5-star review and tell your friends and colleagues to subscribe too. With over 40 years of diagnostic innovation and specialized expertise in infectious disease, pre- and post-transplant, allergy and immunology testing for immunocompromised and critical patients, Eurofins ViraCore is committed to helping medical professionals, transplant teams, and reference labs get results faster when it matters most. ViraCore is passionate about delivering value to our clients by providing timely, actionable information, never losing sight of the connection between the testing we perform and the patients you serve.